Hello everybody and welcome back to Build with Django Web Development for Beginners. In this video, we'll take a quick but complete overview of Django, what makes it special, what a web framework really is, and how Django organizes your code using the MVT pattern. We'll also look at Django's battery included philosophy, the reason so many developers love working with it. By the end of this video, you will have a clear picture of what Django does behind the scenes and why it is one of the most popular web frameworks in the world. Now, as we look at Django overview, let's see why Django. Django powers some of the biggest websites you use every day, like Instagram, Pinterest, Mozilla, and even the Washington Post. So what makes it so popular? First, it is fast to develop. Django comes with built-in tools for most web tasks, so you spend less time configuring and more time building. Second, it is secure by default. Django automatically protects your website from many common attacks like SQL injection and cross-site scripting. Thirdly, it is scalable, meaning it can handle millions of users and large amounts of data. Fourthly, it is versatile. From a small blog to a large e-commerce platform, Django can handle it all. And finally, it has a strong community support with great documentation and tons of reusable packages. Now, before we dive deeper, let us understand what a web framework is. A web framework is like a toolbox that gives you ready-made tools to build websites. So instead of starting from scratch, you get built-in components for handling things like URLs, databases, security, and templates. Think of it like building a house. You don't make every brick yourself. You use pre-made materials and you focus on the design. Now, Django is that toolbox for Python developers. It handles the hard parts so you can focus on features and creativity. Now let's look at the MVT pattern. Django follows a design called the MVT, which stands for Model, View, Template. It helps you organize your code neatly so each part has a clear job. Let's look at each one of them. Model. It defines your data and interacts with the database. For example, a user model defines how users are stored. Then we have view, which handles the logic. It receives a request, fetches data from the model, and sends it to the template. And then we have template, which controls what the user actually sees, which are the HTML pages with dynamic content. Now together, these three layers make Django apps more modular, scalable, and easy to maintain. Now, if you have heard of the MVC, which stands for Model View Controller, MVT is the Django's version of it, but tailored to how Django works internally. Now let's talk about Django's battery included philosophy. One of Django's most loved features is its batteries included philosophy, meaning Django comes packed with almost everything you need for web development right out of the box. You get a built-in authentication system for users and permissions, a powerful ORM to work with databases using Python instead of SQL, an automatic admin panel to manage your data, security tools to protect against common threats, a templating engine, and a clean URL routing system. This means you can build and deploy a fully functional web app without hunting for dozens of external libraries. So Django gives you the complete kit. So let's recap. Django is a Python-based web framework that helps you build secure, fast, and scalable applications. It follows the MVT pattern to organize your code, and its battery-included design gives you everything you need right out of the box. Now in the next video, we'll actually set up our Django environment and create our first project. So stick around and make sure you are ready to code along. And don't forget, head to the CodeChef platform after this video to read the concepts again and try out your first Django setup yourself. I'll see you in the next one.